Good Thursday morning, everyone. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot. I hope this reading finds you well. So this is your pick a card reveal or pick a deck reveal. So our first deck was Oracle of the Fairies. Our second was Everyday Witch. Our third was Oracle of the Mermaids. And our fourth was the Romance Angels. I also have different oracle and tarot cards mixed together, so it just won't be those cards. It'll be a longer, bigger, more in-depth reading. We also have the energy oracle to show the overall energy of the reading as a whole. I want you to know that you may go into this reading with a very specific question. However, if Spirit has something for you, that will come through. And it may have nothing to do with the specific question that you have. So please keep that in mind. And please take the information that Spirit offers to you and use that message or those messages to the best of your ability and where they fit in your life at this moment. It may not be what you want to hear, may be what you need to hear. So with that, let's start with our Oracle of the Fairies message. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in. Thank you so very much for liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting the notification button, and sharing. Everything you do here helps this channel grow, and it's greatly appreciated. We are going to tune in to the piles that you see. Most of you have already picked what you felt resonated with you. We're going to give others a chance to do that, and then we're going to go right into the reading. So let's all take a deep breath. Exhale. Pick the deck that resonates with you. I am choosing deck number, I don't know what any of the cards are, so I'm choosing deck number 3. I'm choosing deck number 3. So let's do this. I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. This is your Oracle of the Fairies reading. So this is all fairy cards. Let's see what our overall energy for this reading is victory, is success, is you being exactly where you need to be, exactly when you need to be there, you releasing any kind of resistance to the desire, the thought, the feeling of being victorious, of winning, of completion, of not, I also want to say not letting anyone distract you from this victory, this win, this completion. Okay, so the cards that from the original deck are here. We're going to move into a couple of other decks that I've chosen, and then we'll do these last. So we have Rise Above the Problem. And to be victorious, you have to do that, right? You have to release and let go and rise above. We have Vacation. We have Visualization. We have Look inside yourself. And we also have Positive Expectations. So I really feel with this that there may be some of you who are in the position at this moment to complete a chapter in your life, right? But I think the problem here lies within you being able to see the success, the victory that is before you, either because of, let me fix my chair, either because of situations that you are in that are not remotely healthy for you or beneficial to your success or conducive to your happiness, or past situations that you were in that are still not conducive to your happiness or conducive to your success. So in order to find this victory, the first thing you have to do is rise above the problem. Well, no, actually, I'm going to say the first thing you have to do is look inside yourself to find out where that energy comes from, that you believe that you are unable to be victorious in whatever whatever situation or whatever opportunity is being given to you, right? So you have to look within yourself, find out where that problem is, and then rise above that problem, right? Have positive expectations for yourself. Don't allow other people to dictate or determine your happiness, your victory, your power, your ability to step in your power. Don't allow other people to have that much control over you. So it may be time to kind of get away from it all. Get away from the people who bring you down. Get away from the people who pigeonhole you. Get away from the people who put limitations on you. And when you get back from this vacation and those people are still there and you have stepped in while you were gone into your strength and your power and you know what you need to do and what you have to do and you see the benefit of doing it, then maybe the time to kind of cut off any association with the people who are limiting you or who you are allowing to limit you toward your victory and success. We have visualization, and I love the art. It's an art. I don't think everybody has, I mean, we all have the ability to do it. I don't know if many people are able to get into the mindset of visualization, visualizing a happy outcome and allowing it to manifest, visualizing your perfect home, car, significant other, partner, um, allowing it to manifest, visualizing your perfect scenario and allowing it to manifest, because we all are in so much of a hurry to get it, to succeed, to achieve, that we don't enjoy the journey or we don't enjoy the journey to the success, right? We want to know the what's, the where's, the when's, the why's, the how's, and if we don't see those immediately, then we kind of back off and back down, and then we start listening to the people on the outside who say that our ideas are crazy, that we should have known this wouldn't turned out successful. We should have known um, this would have been a failure. We should da da da, and it just kind of plays on you and eats away until sooner or later you've given up on this whole thing. So I would like for some of you to create vision boards if you're able to do that. And I would like you to put it where you can see it as soon as you open your eyes in the morning. So you open your eyes, you see the vision board, it makes you feel good. And you start your day off feeling good, right? And if you start your day off feeling good and you stay in that vibration, then it's very difficult for others to make you feel less than the happiness you feel unless you allow it, right? And as you're visualizing, looking at that vision board, create positive expectations for your life. Yes, I'm going to live in that house. Yes, I am going to drive that fancy car. Yes, I am going to have that significant other that I have been trying to manifest. Yes, I am going to rise above the problem. Yes, I'm going on that perfect vacation. Yes, I'm going to look inside myself and dissolve all of these things that are no longer beneficial to my happiness or forward movement, right? There has to be steps taken if you want to see the change, right? We can't allow things to stay problematic and stagnant and uncertain and then expect to rise above the problems or have positive expectations, because we're still in the mindset of lack. We're still in the mindset of failure. We're still in the mindset of where we have allowed other people to keep us. So we need to take back the power to be able to see the victory in what we do, in everything that we do, right? Because it's there. If it wasn't meant for it to be, if it wasn't meant for us, if the victory wasn't meant for us, then the probability of the victory or the possibility of the victory wouldn't be an option, if that makes sense. So get away, take a step back. We have Moon Dragon. Listen to your intuition, right? Listen to your intuition. Look behind the scenes, lift the veil, right? See what has been hidden from you. I want to put this over here by looking inside yourself. See what's being hidden from you. What is it? I mean, we all have these wonderful, great abilities. We all have these wonderful, great powers. We all have these wonderful, great desires. And your powers and your abilities are hidden somewhere within you. And I think you're being guided to kind of bring those out and to allow those abilities, allow those powers, if you will, to bring about the manifestation of victory in your life and the manifestation of rising above the problems and the positive expectations, right? We have companions. Finding those who have a desire to help you to rise above the problems. Those who resonate with you on the level that not only where you are in some parts of your life, but where you want to be, right? And it's not the people who are going to pigeonhole you or put you in a box or tell you that you can't or tell you that what it is that you want will never happen. It's not those people. It's the people who are a gift to your life. It's people who are compassionate to you. It's people who recognize your strength, recognize your powers, recognize your abilities. It's the people who recognize and who want those positive outcomes for you, right? So don't be surprised if someone comes forward and sees the opportunity within you and helps you move forward on this journey of rising above those problems and looking within yourself and pulling back that veil and seeing the reality of the truth of who you truly are. And then we have the Winter. And I feel that with the Winter card, you may be going through some sort of rebirth, right, at the moment. And this may take a while because we're impatient, right? We talk about rebirth. We talk about releasing and letting go. We talk about rising above the problems. We talk about positive expectations and looking within ourselves. But when we go through this time of transformation, when we go through this time of pulling back the veil and seeing the reality of who we are, as I said before, we're impatient people, so we want to see it now. We want to see it now. And you didn't become this way overnight. You didn't become the person who has a mindset of lack or uncertainty or unworthy or undeserving overnight. That was ingrained in you for a very long time. So this transformation that you may be going through isn't something that is going to happen overnight either. It's just not. There's going to be patience involved, and there's going to be you going within and understanding that there may be some in your life that are no longer beneficial to your or conducive to your happiness or your growth. So we have the card from the Oracle of the Fairies, Shine from Within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time of self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. So I want to put that there with the moon, because we talked about revealing things that were hidden, looking beyond the veil, finding out who you truly are, right? And I think that time to shine or shine from within is really about that. It's about you stepping into your power, you connecting to that power part of you, that part of you that has been hidden for so very long, that part of you who desires nothing more than to step into a time of victory, that who desire nothing more than to rise above the problems, but it's so ingrained in us that we have to, go through this process of back-breaking work and loss and failures in order to find who we truly are and rise above, those problems and deal with them head on. And or I mean, whatever you were taught, and in your childhood, in your life, whatever's been ingrained in you, and that is not necessarily the truth. We were presented here, projected here, plopped down here to have these wonderful adventures and wonderful journeys, and to strip away all that makes us human, to find that successful, spiritual, creative being within us all. And I think we have a very hard time doing that because we're so connected to our human side. We have the full moon here, I just noticed, and the full moon there. So a lot about you tapping into that intuition, a lot about stripping off the veil, or rising above, or raising that veil and looking behind it. It's like the Wizard of Oz when she pulls back the curtain and she sees the man talking, making all the stuff behind the scenes, pulling all the strings, and falsifying who he truly is or who he truly was. Right? That's this human existence. It's what that is. It's there are people behind the curtain telling us what they want us to believe, showing us what they want us to see, ingraining in us what they want us to know, to believe, to see, to hear, to feel. And then we take that as gospel because they are the people that are supposed to be the ones leading us into a glorious time. But it's not the truth. It's all an illusion. And that illusion is for you to recognize and realize. So we have solitude. Let me read it. Think of being alone as meaning you are all one, and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. So as we sit in a time of vacation visualization, you're coming into a time of solitude. And while you're in that solitude, you are able to find what truly matters, to step into what truly matters to you, and to understand the true depths and meaning of who you are, if that makes sense. Inspiration. Be prepared and you'll soon receive a visit from a fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call anytime. So you're being guided to be inspired by that visualization, inspired by the vacation that you're guided to go on, inspired from shining within, inspired from the people who will be coming into your life, who want what's best for you. Be inspired by the gifts that you will receive from those coming into your life. Inspired by the magic that you find within by pulling back that curtain and allowing the true you to be revealed. Find balance. Find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. So I want to put this over here as well. So look inside. So I think that we are so much in a hurry to come into this time of victory that we don't allow ourselves enough time for anything else, right? So we want to be victorious, but we don't know how to be victorious because we don't know how to rise above the problems, and we don't know how to visualize these perfect expectations, right? So it kind of gets in like this vicious circle, right? We want to be victorious. We try to rise above the problems. We try to visualize the positive expectations, but we have a hard time going within to recognize what holds us back. And we have a hard time speaking our truth, and we have a hard time being in a place of solitude because most of us have a hard time being with ourselves. Not many of us can say, I enjoy the company of myself, right? So we are more guided toward being in groups of people who lift us up and inspire us than we do being by ourselves and allowing that inspiration to come from within. So this is about finding that balance, being able to go within, being able to pull back the curtain and recognize who you are, being able to rise above the problems, being able to release those who don't serve you in your life, and allowing people who do to come in, being able to sit in a place of solitude with yourself and visualize and getting inspired just by being with you and stepping into a time of positive expectations and allowing those true natural gifts from within to be revealed, right? And that's all the shine from within as well. Let those natural gifts out. And this may take some time, so don't be surprised if you have a little bit of ups and downs on your way to this, to finding yourself and finding your tribe, finding your people and being inspired. Take a step back, go away, and sometimes in that solitude, being away from everyone, we also have the potential or the ability to finding that inspiration as well, right? If you have a hard time being with yourself, then there's an issue there. And it's up to you to pull back that curtain and find out what that problem is, what that issue is. Why can't you spend time with yourself? Why can't you be inspired by being alone? Why can't you sit down and by yourself, pick up a pencil and a piece of paper and start writing what it is that you desire and what you have to let go in order to rise above the problems to get to a time of victory and certainty, right? So think about all of that. So this has to do with you and finding you again and finding balance within self and rising above the problems and releasing the mindset, releasing that, releasing those things that have been ingrained in you for years. It didn't happen overnight. It's not going to be released overnight either. It's going to take a lot of you time to get to who you are. So, but enjoy that ride because that's the fun part. Stepping into your own strength, finding your own voice, finding who you are, being inspired by you. Right? So, thank you so very, very much for allowing me to do this reading for you today. Let me know in the comments if this resonates. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification button. Everything you do here helps this channel grow. I'm at 722 subscribers, and I need 1,000 in order to be put out there into the public on the YouTube to get more people to come and listen and to so I'm able to help. So it would be really appreciated if you were able to do that. Thank you so very much for allowing me to do this reading for you today. Until next time. Good Thursday morning, everyone. If you've picked the Everyday Witch, this is your reveal. We're going to start off with the Energy Oracle to see what the overall energy is of the reading. I also want to say that sometimes we have an expectation of what we want to hear from Spirit, and sometimes Spirit has something that they want to say that has nothing to do with your expectations. So please take the messages that comes through, put them where they belong in your situation, in your life. Thank Spirit for the message that comes through, and use this message as a stepping stone or place it somewhere where it can be beneficial. Use the words that come through to help yourself or to help others move forward on their path and journey. Just be open to the message that comes through. So we're going to start with the Energy Oracle, and this is all about you stepping into a time of strength, right? Because Lord knows we all need that. We all need, so this is the Everyday Witch. We're going to move those aside and we're going to do those last. So all of us need that internal strength. All of us need to be able to tap into that reserve, right? And the angel of strength we always see as Archangel Michael, the one that we call upon to help us or protect us in situations where we just feel defeated, or we feel that we're in a time of uncertainty, or in a time of danger, or in a time of um, unworthiness or undeserving, or we feel scared or hurt, or intimidated, or that we are feeling um, as if we won't be able to make it through this. I mean, I think somewhere internally we know we'll be able to make it through, but sometimes it just seems so chaotic that we feel like this is just never going to end and we're never going to make it through. And I just don't know how I'm going to do it. And Archangel Michael, or the angel of strength, here says, call upon me, call upon me. You have me. I am here by your side. I am here by all of your sides. I am not limited to one person, two persons, three persons. I am universal, and I am able to be there for you, and to be there for you and anyone who needs me. So don't think of yourself. Oh, I want to say this. Yes, thank you, Spirit. Don't think of yourself as selfish when asking for help, when asking for assistance. Don't think of yourself as selfish when asking for your wants, needs, dreams, and desires, because the universe is so expansive that it can fulfill the wants, needs, dreams, desires of everyone in this world and then some. Yeah. So let's see where we are. Forgiveness. Lord knows. There's that strength card again, y'all. What is going on? Who do you feel that you have to forgive? Who do you feel that you need, right, forgiveness from? And I want to tell you a little bit about that whole forgiveness thing. Family and closure. So we're going to put this here. So I was listening to Abraham Hicks today, and she was talking about forgiveness, right? And she was talking about how when we go to people and ask for forgiveness, we are putting ourselves back in that moment. Or yes, we are putting ourselves back in that moment, and we are asking them to put themselves back in that moment as well, right? So it's like reopening old wounds. And even though we preach a lot about, and I have in the past, I admit it, preached a lot about asking others for forgiveness, I think that what we should be more focused on is forgiving ourselves for whatever happened in the past, and not dragging other people into, not asking other people to open old wounds, right? I don't think any of us want to go back in the past, and we want to dredge up old dirt. And then we want to dredge up the person who was involved in this old dirt, and then we want to bring it back up again, and we want to say, I'm sorry for whatever happened in 1982 on September the 6th, right? I'm sorry I kissed your boyfriend. I'm sorry I stole your girl. I'm sorry I manipulated the situation in my favor. No one wants to go back there, because the probability of it starting a to-do 30 years later is 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 pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, because I feel that sometimes we all need something, if I feel that we are very chaotic or drama driven. And so if we don't have chaos and drama in our lives, we feel that there's something lacking or missing. So we look for it. And if it means yes, I feel it. And if it means dredging up old bullshit, then we dredge up old bullshit. Why? 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 So I don't think this is forgiving somebody else. I think this is forgiving you. Forgiving yourself, bring closure to it, and move on with your family. That's the message here. That strength card and that angel of strength has you coming through a time of transformation. This isn't about dredging up the past. It's not about dredging someone back into your life, or dredging or forcing someone to relive this moment in time that is gone, that you cannot do anything about. Look, I'm going to tell you a little story. I have a daughter. She's 22 now. She'll be 22 in August. Yeah, she'll be 22 in August. She got mad at me at her 6th birthday, on her 6th birthday party. Her 6th birthday party, she got mad at me because her friends came up to me. Oh, Mary, we love you. We've missed you. Da, da, da. She got mad at me because her friends liked me at her 6th birthday party. And all this time later, I think I have apologized more times than I can count. And I'll just throw out a number, 20, 25 times. I've apologized. Over every time we talk, it always gets triggered, and I'm always apologizing for it. I'm like, okay, so first of all, it was 18 years ago, right? I'm not going to continue to apologize for something that happened 18 years ago. I'm not going to continue to apologize because your friends liked me. I'm not going to continue to apologize for something that should have never been a to-do anyway. I understand you being 6 and you seeing it as a problem, but time moves on, and we grow and we evolve and we walk into adulthood, and if you desire to hold this against me for for the rest of my life and a day, then that's your decision. But I will not continue to apologize for whatever's going on. And I know there's something deeper here. I know there's something deeper. I know it just can't be about when she was 6. I divorced her father. She's mad at me about that. I know there's something deeper. But I want there to be closure here. And for you, I don't feel this is about dredging people back from the past or dredging back past situations. I think it's you forgiving you, right? I don't think you're the kind of person that wants to bring somebody back into a situation, um, or hash it out, or bring all this mess up again and cause chaos in people's lives. And I think sometimes that's what forgiveness does. And I think that sometimes we have the best intentions when we call somebody on the phone and say, "Hey, I want to offer my, forgiveness, or I want to say that I'm sorry for blah blah blah." And then the other person will say their piece, and you'll say their piece, and then it could either end well or end up in a to-do about it, right? And why dredge up something that you can't fix? Why dredge up something that's been done and over with? Why dredge up something that has had its moment in time, and there it is? So forgiving yourself and bringing closure, and do this for your family. And if you need strength to be able to forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made, then you tap into this angel of strength, or you tap into this strength, and you allow yourself to grow from whenever this happened or whatever this was, and you bring closure to it and you walk away from it. She is walking into a time of forgiveness. She is connecting with spirit here. She's connecting to this very emotional time in her life, and she is, in a sense, baptizing herself, releasing all of what no longer serves its purpose, and moving into a time of closure, stepping away from that. There's a door back here. Don't know if you can see it, but there's a door here. She's stepping away from it, walking away from it. There's no need to constantly go knocking on the door. The door's right there and down here. There's no need to go constantly walking on that door. Forgive yourself for it and give it to spirit, and don't allow it to affect your family anymore. Don't allow it to cause any more unnecessary drama than it has to. Because look, the Tower card. I mean, it's exactly what I said. You go shaking the hornet's nest, and you're going to get bees. So why cause a to-do? Why cause a drama? Why cause this moment in your family that doesn't need to be? Why cause this moment in time that doesn't need to be? Right? I mean, the only benefit that could come from this is that when the smoke clears, you're building from a solid foundation. But is there a foundational problem in your family right now, for the exception of you forgiving yourself and bringing closure to whatever this situation is? Is there? Is there? So would we rather have this unnecessary tower moment, or would we rather drink from the Ace of Cups and allow ourselves to grow from this moment and come into a time of peace and love and happiness and harmony and growth and abundance and prosperity and connection to source? And we talked about abundance. So look, you can't make it up. I swear to all that is holy, it's another strength card. I am just going to slap somebody silly. That is just amazing. I cannot even tell you. Now I'm looking at the other 4 cards going, is there a strength card in here? Oh, no, there isn't. So s- three, three strength cards. I mean, this is all about you releasing the past and just letting go of it, babe. You don't have to go back in time. You don't have to dredge this up again. You don't have to cause an unnecessary tower moment. Forgive yourself and bring closure to this, and allow it to bring happiness, the closure. Allow the closure to bring happiness to your family. Allow the closure to bring abundance to your family. Look at that beautiful card here. Look at that, right? You don't have to go into that. That's unnecessary. It's not even needed at this time. It's truly not. You can forgive yourself and walk away from all of this chaos and have a better relationship with your family, have a more stable foundation with your family even if there is a problem. Don't make a problem where there doesn't need to be a problem, right? And as I said, the only benefit from that Tower card is that you're able to build from a solid foundation. Now, if you forgiving yourself and bringing closure to this is what's causing the Tower moment because you're not dealing with it anymore, then by all means, walk into that. Go, do it, clear the road, plow the road. What movie was that from? Plow the road. Oh, Independence Day. When they're in the plains. Anyway, I digress. We're plowing the road, right? We're plowing the field. We are um, no longer allowing this to be a significant part of our lives, and we're bringing closure to it. And because of that, we step into a time of prosperity and abundance, right? Look, she knows what she's created for herself, and she's living in a very happy, abundant time for it. Sitting out in her little garden, drinking her little glass of wine with her little kitty at its feet, playing with the little butterflies that are surrounding her. She's enjoying what she has created. She's not creating drama. She's not creating a to-do. She's not stepping into a tower moment. She's not opening old wounds. She is exactly where she needs to be, enjoying her life enjoying her life and her family in a time of strength and prosperity and love. Don't need any more than that. We have fire magic. So creating this to me, what is this to me? It feels like the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Corrected. The Page of Wands. So there's no pentacles there, it's wands. I'm looking at the pentacles going, ooh, pentacles, and all I see is pentacles, and there's the only pentacles here. So it's either the Page of Wands or the Magician. But whatever the case, you're using the fire within to create this time of passion within your life, right? We have meditation and creativity, and we also have transformation and change. And by stepping into all of this strength and by stepping into this time of forgiveness and closure, and by moving on and past this and bringing a peaceful time to your family, you were able to create this transformation and change, right? This is, to me, it kind of feels like what is it, the Page of Wands, right? Going on this journey, and the only thing that he's bringing with him in the traditional tarot is his little satchel and his broom and his stick, right? And he's walking down this yellow brick road, and there's one cat coming one way and another cat kind of looking from behind, and it's talking about change and transformation can be scary, but change and transformation is needed when we're stepping out of a time of closure, right? When we're walking into this time of change and creativity and clarity and forgiveness and closure, and we're stepping into this time of emotional abundance and prosperity and peace and harmony, and your cup runneth over, and your connection to source and spirit being so very strong, and you using the magic within to create, and you're using that creativity to connect with spirit and source, and then you are so ready to go through this journey of transformation and change. And the moment, sorry, the hold on, please. And the moment you step out of this time of blame, the moment you step out of this time of self-criticism, the moment you step out of this time of allowing this past event to affect you, and that you step into this time of closure, there's transformation all around you, right? Self-blame is a very low vibrational energy, and we are constantly doing that. Blame, period, let alone self or blaming somebody else. It's a very low vibrational energy, and when we step out of that, the weight that is lifted off our shoulders is something to be, what's the word, Spirit? Something to be recognized, that you were able to step into this time of strength, that you were able to obtain the strength to forgive yourself, bring closure to this situation, to be able to go through this time of manifestation, transformation, and change for your family, and to bring about great abundance and great transformation and great prosperity by making one decision, and that decision is to let it go. Let it go and bring closure to it. And by stepping in and using that passion, that flame, that fire within, you were able to make this amazing change. And I feel that you're also being guided to tap into your creativity and to allow that to be helpful for your time of healing. And I also didn't recognize or notice, she's also, there's another cat I didn't recognize, I didn't see the other cat. She's got a stack of pancakes and she's drinking a glass of wine. So I'm all about where she is. That's where I want to be, eating pancakes and drinking whiskey. So yes, this is all about you taking the steps to bring closure where closure is needed for yourself and for your family. And from the looks of it, it's going to take a lot of strength and a lot of determination and a lot of self-discipline to do that. And I am rooting for you, and I'm so very proud that you decided to take this first step into changing your life for the better and forever. Know that you are divinely guided and loved. Know that this time of transformation is going to be so amazing for you. Know that you are on this path to healing not only yourself, but your family as well. Know that you're divinely guided and loved. Know that you're appreciated. And until next time, take care of you. Good Thursday morning, my beautiful darlings. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot, and here we have the Oracle of the Mermaids. Please keep in mind that you may have a specific question you're coming into this reading with, and Spirit may have a specific message for you. So please keep your mind open, keep an open mind, and embrace the energy of the message that comes through and embrace the message itself. There may be something in there for you. There may be something in there to help you on your path or help you to make a decision that is very important to you at this time. So just because of the question that you have in mind may not be answered doesn't mean that the message isn't for you. So let's start off with the Energy Oracle. Oh Lord, patience. So we're starting off with the Energy Oracle. We're going to take the original Oracle of the Mermaids. We're going to set them aside. We're going to go through this deck, and then we are going to break out the Oracle of the Mermaids. So we're being guided to have patience with whatever the situation is. Have patience. Have patience with the waves of prosperity that may be waiting for you. There is new abundance and exciting opportunities on the horizon, and you're being guided to have patience with that. Not everything that is divinely guided to you is going to come to you in the time frame that you want it to come to you. It kind of doesn't work like that. So we as humans think everything should, hey, I've done this manifestation work, and I've done this visualization work, and I've done all of this stuff to be able to get all of these blessings to me that those crazy tarot readers keep telling me that's coming, and I've done all of this stuff, and now they're telling me that I got to have patience. Now they're telling me that there's no time limit over there in the spirit world. And now they're telling me that I have to be in the mindset of appreciation and happiness in order for all of this prosperity to be bestowed upon me. And I'm feeling kind of pissy about it. So if you're feeling pissy about it, well, you can guarantee that it's not going to come as quickly as you would like it to, because being pissy about it is low vibration, and we're guiding you and asking you, and Spirit is saying to you that there are blessed changes along the way. So if all you have to do is change your mindset or change how you feel or raise your vibration in order for these changes and these ways of prosperity to come, then isn't the patience worth it? Isn't it worth it? Right? So we have synchronicity, and we also have simplify your life. Oh, that's a big one for some of you, right? Decluttering, eliminating clutter, eliminating things in your life that don't serve a purpose, right? Hey, I'm kind of one of those, right? I collect rocks, crystals, stones. I collect sticks. I do. I see a stick on the ground. I like it. It calls me. I collect it. I have so many things that I could be selling, I could be gifting, that I could be releasing, but a lot of us have a hard time letting those things go because we invest in it, right? And we put a lot of emotion into it. So it's very difficult to say, I'm ready to get rid of that, right? And then it kind of triggers, I think, a feeling of loss and a feeling of pain, hurt. It's kind of like, I guess, when a parent says you can't have that. Remember how that felt when you were a kid? You can't have that. And then as an adult, you're being told that you have too much of that, and now you have to now you have to declutter or give it away or sell it or donate it or something. So that's like a knife to the heart, right? I mean, we went through that as kids, and now we're going through it as adults. So, but this type of simplifying your life has the ability to create a flow that brings these waves of prosperity and blessed change. So the energy of abundance, prosperity, and change has the ability to flow when we declutter, when we simplify things, right? And when we have patience. So then we have the synchronicities. Your prayers and questions are being answered by certain synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase the flow. So a lot of people talk about numbers, right? Mine is 444. Constantly seeing 444. I will talk to Spirit. I have this little thing that I do, and it goes a little bit something like this, and maybe this will be beneficial for you, and you can do this too. Spirit Source, I would like to test out my powers of manifestation, my powers of synchronicity, by desiring to manifest or see and just pull 3 things out of the blue and then go on about your day, right? And see what happens, and keep the image of what it is that you want to manifest or want to see in the forefront of your mind. And while you're doing that, do some decluttering, do some cleaning, do some blessing of your home, and allow the energy to flow. Some of us, we live in places where it's really hot or it's really rainy, and we don't want to open a window, but opening the window and removing the energy and the air in the room to get the energy flowing to bring about great change is important, because we all know how stagnant air feels. And we all know what stagnant is. It's the lack of movement in something. And when you have lack of movement, you become very complacent, very bored, very uncertain, very depressed, very disappointed, because nothing is changing and nothing is moving. So we have to create that change. We have to create that movement. I don't know why I can't decide where I want that to go. We have to create that change, and we have to create that movement by making room, by opening up some windows, by allowing the air to flow. So we have the vortex here, and the vortex is, guess what card? Yes, the devil. So, oh, the devil card, one of my favorites. So my favorite thing about the devil card is that it brings into light things that are unhealthy for you that you need to release and let go, right? The temptation of moving quickly, the temptation of allowing someone to come in to move you in the opposite direction of these blessed changes. That's what I want to say. That's what I want to say. So for some of you, you have people in your life at the moment who may be trying to move you away from the potential of a more simplified life, the potential of blessed changes or prosperity. They may even tell you that the synchronicities that you see is all in your head, and that it's just all bullshit, and that you listening to tarot readers or motivational videos is just a new age woo-woo bullshit, and that none of it's real, and that you live and you die and that's it, and whatever happens happens and you have no control of it, and that there's no such thing as energy movement or stagnant this or blessings that, or new abundance this, or visualization that, or manifestation this. But those are the people who would rather sit in a place of complacency or boredom and not take the opportunity to better themselves, and have other people sit right there in complacency and boredom with them, then get up and do something beneficial and see where that goes. So we have you then sitting at a place, a crossroads, because, perhaps this person is more creative with their words than the last tarot reader that you talked to, that brought in a message from spirit saying that, to have patience with your journey and to simplify your life, to allow the energy to change, for waves of prosperity and blessed changes to come in. Perhaps their argument about why you're listening to this and what you're listening to being bullshit is more enticing than me saying to you that if you raise your vibration to a vibration of love and gratitude and appreciation, that things will come, and that you will live a happy, joyous time, right? Perhaps they are more enticing, than what it is, than the energy that we are offering here, because this, you can feel it, see it, taste it, touch it, and this, you truly have to believe that it can be yours, and that it's true, and true for you. Believe that the synchronicities are messages from spirit and source. Believe that change is inevitable. Believe that the waves of prosperity are coming to you. Get out of your head and get out of this, whatever this is. If this is you being in your head, if it's a relationship, if it's a friendship or a partnership, get away from this toxic energy. In my case, I've chosen deck number 3. For me, this is my head. This is my head. I constantly question myself. Mary Elizabeth, are you where you should be? Mary Elizabeth, are people understanding the messages that you're bringing across? Are you articulating them to where people can understand them? Are you articulating enough that by them raising their vibration and simplifying their lives, that waves of prosperity and blessed changes can be theirs? And to pay attention to the synchronicities in their life. Pay attention to the synchronicities in your own life, Mary Elizabeth. Have faith in yourself and have patience with this change. right? I've chosen this deck and it so very resonates with me. And the one that holds me back is me. The one that tempts me out of doing what I do, the readings, the mediumship, all of that, that silver-tongued devil that pushes me back, that stops me from moving forward, that has me second-guessing myself, is ego. It's me. And the one that pushes me forward and to getting out of my head and to continue to do what I do every single day, bringing these readings to people, giving free readings, going live, doing everything that I do, is also me. So we can be our own worst enemy, or we can be our own cheerleading section. And I think that is kind of up to you right now, right? Because I feel that there's a battle between you and you. And then we have the Four of Swords. This is a recovery time. This is you taking time out of your own head, or taking time away from that person or those people that have you second guessing yourself, or that have you in a position of being uncertain about going forward because it's scary, because you don't know the end game. And I think that is really big for all of us. We don't know the what's, the where's, the when's, the why's, the how's, and we so want to when we are on our journey. We so want to know how this is going to make me emotional. We so want to know how this is going to end. We so want to know if we're able to step into a time of change and prosperity by decluttering our life, and by releasing ego, and by removing ourself from our headspace and going down into our heart space, and going into our throat chakra and our heart chakra and our chakra of intuition and creativity, and stepping into this time of patience and synchronicity. And so it's a battle between should we or shouldn't we. It's a battle between ego and self. It's a battle between ego and higher self. It's a battle between you, ego, and spirit. It just feels like it's this overwhelming competition, and some of us just want to take a step back from that, and some of us try to fight through it, right? And fighting through it will get you so where you need to be. And by giving up and by giving in, will just put you in a place of regret. Will put you in a place of boredom. Will put you in a place of falling in line with those who desire to control your movement, those who desire to control your path, those who desire to control the outcome of both. And we don't want to do that, do we? We don't. All right, so the first card we have from the Oracle of the Mermaids is the Return of Aphrodite, Temple, Birth of the Goddess, Guidance, Goddess Energy, Treating as Sacred. So this is all about, she has the key to knowledge in her hand, and she also has this this dove piece, and she also has these two dolphins which are playful at her feet. And I want to say that this journey to knowledge, this journey to where you are, doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be all of this. It doesn't have to be the competition. It doesn't have to be the uncertainty. It doesn't have to be being tempted into not moving on this journey. It can be fun. It can be you tapping into your inner goddess. It could be you learning things about yourself that you've never known that you always wanted to. By getting out of our own way and giving and stop resisting the movement, we have this potential to learn so very much about ourselves, about who we are, about our destiny and our fate, about our past lives and how they shape and change how they shape and have the potential to change the current life that we're in, about the lessons that those connections to past lives want us to learn. I found out in 2010 that one of my past lives was being burned alive for not accepting the faith, not accepting the religion, for being who I was. And throughout this lifetime, I have been ridiculed and criticized for being who I am. I don't make apologies for being able to speak to dead people. I don't make apologies for being able to bring messages from spirit or source. I don't bring apologies for being able to do intuitive readings for people. I don't make apologies for being able to feel the energy in a room when I walk into it. I don't give apologies for trying to learn how to levitate things. Which I do almost all the time. I practice it. I'm like, one day I'm going to be able to levitate something. I don't make apologies for that because I think that it is a gift, and I appreciate this knowledge that was presented to me or bestowed upon me, and I think that you should as well. Then we have beauty, grace, loveliness, integrity, and form and spirit. And with the beauty card, I want to say that I think it's time for you to tap into that beauty within yourself, to tap into your natural flow, your natural beauty, your natural goddessness, if you will. Then we have the Silky and her skin, reclaiming your authority. I talked about stepping into your power. So reclaiming who you are, reclaiming the authority of your path, your existence, reclaiming the authority of your patience, reclaiming the authority of your voice, stepping into your individuality, not allowing people to take that from you or to keep that from you. And when I say keep that from you is we have the unseen. Too much is being hidden from you. And I think that what is being hidden from you is what this person or these people desire you not to see, which is your true self as a whole and who you truly are as a whole and what you truly bring to this world as a whole. And the last card we have is telepathy. So perhaps maybe you're someone who is able to read minds. Perhaps you're able someone who's read spirit, and there is no verbal communication there by reading, feeling the energy in a room, and having visions in your mind of with me, it's pictures. So when I read for people, I get pictures in my head, and I bring those pictures forward. And sometimes I can verbally communicate, but a lot of the times it's having pictures in my head. Perhaps your ability is telepathy. Perhaps your ability is being able to speak with spirit. Perhaps because of that, and because of your natural inclination to that, and this goddess beauty stepping into your power, all things coming into this time of you finding out who you truly are and allowing this transformation to take place, that there are people that may be holding things back from you. There are people who may want to hold things back from you, so you aren't able to step into your power, so you aren't able to step into your spiritual connection, so you aren't able to reclaim your authority, to see your beauty, to find that knowledge within yourself that in all helps you sit in a time of prosperity, abundance, and blessings. So think about that. Think about that. The only competition here is between you and you, right? You and you. You either move forward or you don't. You either stay in a place of stagnation or complacency, or you find that passion and that beauty and reclaim your power, and you move past this, through this, and you bust down walls. So it's all up to you in the end, my friend. Know that you are divinely guided and loved, and know that the only way that these people can hold you back and keep you from stepping into your divine power, the only way that they can do that is if you give them the power to do it. So whatever this crossroads is here, choose wisely. It's not your place to know the what's, the where's, the when's, the why's, and the how's. Your place is having faith in yourself, source, and spirit, or God, to guide you in the direction that benefits you the most. It is not worrying about the tall tales of other people who try to convince you that what you're doing is wrong, or what you're doing isn't real, or what you're doing isn't truth. It's not their truth. It's not their reality. It's yours. How do you feel? And then when you step on this journey, it is time to recover. It is time to go within. It is time to see the unseen. It is time to pull back the curtain. So, I hope this reading helps. Know that you're divinely guided and loved. Know that there is a world of greatness out there for you. All you have to do is say yes and have the patience and open up to your natural abilities to let it flow to you. Until next time, take care of you. Good Thursday morning, everyone. Okay, so if you've chose the Romance Angels, this is your reading. I want to thank you for being here. I want you to thank you for being open to the energy of this reading. I also want to say that some of you may have come into this reading expecting certain messages because you have certain questions and certain expectations. But I want to say that Spirit may have other ideas on what you need to hear at this time. So be open to this energy, be open to these messages, be open to using this message and this energy in certain parts of your life, right? Wherever it fits. I don't want you to walk away disappointed because your expectations of what you thought this reading was going to be or going to deliver wasn't what it delivered, right? That's the problem to begin with. That's the problem to begin with. We walk into these things with expectations thinking that we need to hear this, and this, and when we get this message, then we walk away disappointed and unfulfilled, right? Sometimes you need to hear something that Spirit knows all about and that you haven't been given any attention to. So sit back, relax, and let's see what Spirit has to say. So the Energy Oracle is the all tied up card. So there's a little bit of uncertainty here. There's a little bit of uncertainty around a situation that you may be going through at the moment, uncertainty about a relationship, uncertainty about a partnership, a situation, but there are butterflies here. And I also feel that from that uncertainty, there comes a transformation. I also feel that there may be a little instability here as well, because there is this all tied up. And when we try to move forward from a position of not knowing, we become very unstable on what direction we desire to go into. And I believe that plays a big role in the inability to move forward. So we have the card refusing to see. So are we all tied up because we are refusing to see the outcome of the situation? Do we feel uncertain or all tied up because we refuse to see what Spirit and Source is trying to show us? Are we all tied up and uncertain and unstable because we are refusing to see what we know, period, what we know, period, right? Because I feel some of you, and I feel this energy very intensely, that some of you may already know. You may already know. And you don't want to face what you already know. So you put yourself in a position of uncertainty about it because you don't want to really truly see it, right? So then we have the cards challenging times because we refuse to see it, because we already know, and we're feeling uncertain about it, we refuse to see it, then we put ourselves in a position of things being very challenging for us, So you're being guided to open up to what is real, open up to what is true, open up to the reality of what's going on. I mean, why create this situation for yourself when it doesn't have to be, right? If you know what's going on and you know what's happening, Why put yourself in a position of bringing chaos and drama in your life because you refuse to see what's before you? Does that make sense? Bringing chaos into your life where it doesn't need to be. That makes no sense. So you're being guided to open up to it, recognize it, give it a name. You don't need the challenging times. You don't need the uncertainty. You don't need the drama that comes from being blind to whatever it is that you know, right? You know. If you have to ask, you know. You may need clarity. That may be why you're asking. But when you have the all tied up and the refusing to see, you know. And then why bring about these uncertain times? Why do that to yourself on purpose? So be open up to what it is. And then we have the awaiting results. So she isn't standing in a place of stagnant because she's growing. Well, I don't want to say she's standing in a place of stagnant, but it doesn't seem like she's putting down roots. She's growing, she's learning, she's obtaining knowledge is what I want to say. Obtaining knowledge. So she's being she's being open as opposed to all tied up to obtaining knowledge about the situation as opposed to refusing to see and bringing in uncertain times, right? And there's new life here. There's new life. There's new vitality here. There's new movement. There's new growth. So does this have to do with a baby? Does it have to do with a pregnancy? Does it have to do with someone already being in a position of, someone not being in a position to be able to do something but doing it anyway? So if you're, oh God, this is opening cans of worms, and I hate opening cans of worms. So if this was a relationship reading and you were asking about a partner, is he married? Does he have another significant other? Does he have another impregnated woman out there? Does he love me? Does he da 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 da? And you're uncertain about all of this, which is why you're asking, and you're refusing to see what you already know, which is bringing challenging times upon you. You're being guided to be open up to the reality of what the situation is. You already know. You already know. And you're planting these seeds, I kind of feel, waiting for this person to come forward, or waiting for this person to reveal themselves, or waiting for this person to step into, a time of responsibility. But I don't think that is bound to happen. I don't think that is bound to happen. But I do feel that there's a new time coming for you. It may not be with this particular person. So you have the Magician. The Magician is you being able to create the life that you desire to create. And we also have new money-making opportunities and money-making potential here. We also have the Nine of Pentacles, which is independence, and the Ten of Pentacles, which is all about protection. So this is what I want to say to you. I want to say to you that if you're in a relationship with an already married person, or if you're in a situation to where you are pregnant by an already married person, or a person who's already in a relationship, and if you feel that you can make it work, then that's all on you. But I can tell you from this side of the reading that you're in for a whole lot of drama and a whole lot of chaos and a whole lot of uncertainty. And from this side of the relationship, if you're open to change and open to the potential of what can be without all of this chaos in your life, then great things are going to manifest for you. And it's going to be in the form of new money-making opportunities, right? And I feel that the money-making opportunities is what you're moving toward, and this awaiting results is about awaiting for a job opportunity, right? Being open up to that. Let this go. Let that go. Just let that go. That doesn't even need to be anywhere in your energy or vicinity. I do want to say that if you are looking to um, step it on your own independently, if you are desiring to step into a position of um, a new job or moving to, if you have an opportunity of a new job and they're asking you to move there, this is what this is as well. And I think that you should be open to this opportunity. And if you filled out an application, you could be waiting for the results of that to come in. But I think because she is setting roots here, I think that if this is you moving to another place for a position that puts you in a position of authority, I think this comes to fruition because she's setting roots here. Be open up to any possibility here. Be open up to moving someplace that offers you a more prominent position, a position of more money, of more authority, a position of allowing you to stand in your own strength, a position of you standing in your own power, a position of you standing in um, of allowing you to be. I don't like using the word allowing because that means we have to ask for permission, and we should never have to ask for permission to be our true individual self. So being in a position of authority, being in a position of power, being in a position of making more money, being in a position, be open to all of that. Start creating all of that because you have the opportunity and the potential and the strength, the magic within yourself to be able to create all of that. And the waiting for results is just you getting ready um, to move forward, right? And to plant new seeds and to take new root and to bring about the abundance and fertility in your life. And then the new vitality comes. And this is you reclaiming yourself again, I kind of feel, with it's like spirit blowing new energy or new vitality into your chakras, and you moving past this time of being uncertain and challenging times and refusing to see what this is into a time of personal power and strength and just creativity and abundance. So now we have the romance angel cards. All right, so we have heart-to-heart conversation, flirt, this could be the one, and attraction. So, first of all, we are attracting romantic lovers by enjoying the moment that we're in fully. And this is just something totally separate. You guys, come on, seriously. Look, if you're uncertain about a relationship and this relationship has already brought you uncertain, challenging times, and something is going on and you're refusing to see it, you already know that this is sideways. So let's move away from this energy into a time of less complicated and challenging romantic relationships, please. Can we do that? Move away from that because that is just not okay. I just want to say this. Think better of yourself. Think more of yourself because you're worth more. If you are in a relationship and you think that this person is already married or cheating and he has multiple women impregnated and he has shown interest in you in the first 3 months and now only shows interest in you when there's booty calls involved or midnight coming over sessions, then you can bet your ass that he is not hopelessly devoted to you, and that he is going somewhere when he leaves your bed, and when he leaves her bed, he's going somewhere else, or their bed, or his bed, or its bed, whatever, however you see yourself or you present it. This is not the type of relationship of someone who is worthy of greatness. This is a relationship of someone who has a hard time seeing themselves as anything other than the next thing. And I'm sorry if that is harsh, but it's reality. If you see yourself in relationships like this, you see yourself as lack of. You don't see yourself deserving as something amazing and beautiful, and you don't see yourself as a goddess and full of potential and hope and someone to be desired and someone to be placed on a pedestal. That shit. We're not putting ourselves in this position. We're not being the next thing. We're not being the fourth thing. We're not being the late night booty call because the wife is out of town, or the late night booty call because the kids from the other baby mama is asleep. We're not being that person. You are worth more than that. So we're not doing that. We are stepping into a time of attracting love and romance by being fully in this moment, right? We are using our natural ability, our natural light-hearted ability to flirt with those who are not invested with anyone else. We are flirting. We are seducing. We are attracting. We are having heart-to-heart conversations with people about who they are and what they want and what their desires are and how, when I was manifesting my significant other, I wrote a letter and I put everything in it that I desired from someone, and I planted it in a plant with jasmine, and I watered that jasmine every single day, and I watched it grow, and then I manifested my boyfriend, right? We got to know each other. We had conversations. We talked about our likes and our dislikes and our wants and our needs and our desires. We talked about pulling in the same direction. We talked about what we liked sexually, and we talked about what we liked as a person and what our future goals were. And I let him know that what I do here is a very important part of my life, and I would not let that go or sacrifice that for anyone. And I talked to him about my meditation and my crystals and my candles, and how I need to set time aside to ground and to garden and to do all these things that puts me in my zone. And he talked to me about how he wants to live out in the country on a piece of property in Montana, and how he likes hunting and fishing, and how he enjoys um, just tinkering on things and da 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 da. And we got to really know each other and what's important to each other, and politics and kids. And he was married before and he has kids, and I was married before and I had kids, and my kids, we had to think about what was important in the lives of our children as we were courting and dating and moving in together and all of those things, and how it was important to him to be able to take care of his children, even though him and I were together, and he wanted me to straight out know that portions of his paychecks would go to his kids and would be there to take care of them. And we're 9 years into our relationship, and we appreciate that honesty that we are allowed um, to to be open with one another. And that's the way relationships should be. It should never be about being second best, third best, or fourth best, or a late night booty call. It should be about being appreciated and being trusted and being in a place of gratitude and in a place of understanding and in a place of not someone who's going to hold the past against you or see you just as an object, right? It's having these heart-to-heart conversations and recognizing and realizing and understanding where both people come from and where both people are going and pulling in that same direction for each other and individually as well, right? And then we have, this could be the one. You may have already met that person. You may already be in the presence of that person, just not this person, not that person, this person. You may already be there. You may meet this person if you decide to move and go for that other position or that other job. You may meet this person at your new place of employment. You may meet this person at a job interview. You may meet this person while you're traveling. You may meet this person while you're out celebrating your success and your independence, right? Independence from this shit. You may come across this person when you allow yourself to stop being the second or third or fourth or fifth. When you stop allowing yourself to be used. When you stop allowing yourself to be blind to what the fuck is really going on. You could possibly meet that person then. But as long as you're in this energy, this is all you're going to attract. It's not going to be any of this. It's just going to be this. People who are just going to use you for what you're able to give them and then release you the moment you have nothing. So if you've chosen deck number 4, which is the Romance Angel Oracle cards, I hope this reading finds you well. I hope that it finds you in an attitude of gratitude. I hope it finds you thinking more about yourself, about what you're worth, about who you are, about where you're going, and who you're going with. I hope that removes you from the mindset of thinking that the person who this could possibly be is the one for you, because it's not. Because this person is the one for everybody else, you and everybody else. And you don't want to put yourself in that position. You don't want to devalue yourself like that. You are worth greatness. You are worth beauty. You are meant to be desired. You are meant to be worshipped. You are meant to be put in a position of gratitude, to be grateful for. You are meant to be put on a pedestal and to be truly, divinely loved. I hope you find that for you, because I hope it is my wish for you that you remove yourself from this and you start healing and you start finding your truth, your power, your strength, and you start moving into that direction of knowing your worth and manifesting that one who sees that in you. And they recognize the benefit of having you on their arm, in their life, in their bed. Know that you're divinely guided and loved. Take care of you.